1 Experiment 1. During this experiment, ask yourself a few questions. What did you see? Do you think chemical reactions occurred? What clues were there? Where did the bubbles come from? Hi everyone, I'm Abria. I work in the Life Enrichment Department. A lot of you may know me from our enhanced fitness programs that we do run here at the Gardens. Aside from fitness programs, I take a really big interest into science and botany, which is plant science. So I thought bring my interest to you all. So I've decided to do a little experiment and see if you all are interested. So we will get right into it. Citric acid is a weak organic acid that has chemical formula called C6H8O. It occurs naturally in citrus fruits. Sodium bicarbonate, commonly known as baking soda, is a chemical compound with the formula called NaHCO3. It is a salt composed of sodium, cation, and bicarbonate annoying. So, first what we're going to do is you always start with washing your hands. And so my hands are clean, and then you want to put on your 2 gloves, latex, or you can do non-latex gloves. I know some people are allergic, so I'm going to pop my gloves on. Then, if you're interested, I am happy to come around and give anyone one of these worksheets. This is kind of what I'm using to follow along with the experiment. This is the exact same thing you would get if you are interested. The front is going to be a little diagram of our beakers that you see here, and some kind of knowledge and a T-chart dividing what you can observe and what you wonder. And then on the other side is more like your supplies, your instructions, kind of navigating the same visual I have presented for you here, which would be on the other side. This is totally optional. You do not have to follow along on the worksheet to be interested in proceeding with learning how to do these mixtures of experiments and things like that. And then the last thing you need is, these are your safety goggles. I wish I had a lab coat, but I'm not certified or, legit enough to have one, which is fine. I will put on my safety goggles to protect my eyes from any chemicals we may be mixing with during your experiment or during any experiment. Okay, so I will kind of zoom in on our little experiment we have here, and we will go ahead and get started. All right, as you can see, we've got all our supplies that we need that are right here on our what you'll need list. I didn't really want to use the chalk to write down on our platform that we have our beakers on, but these are our powders, and this is the water. I haven't put the colored drops in the water yet. I figured I'd do that with you all. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'll probably do 2 drops. 1, 2, and we'll just set aside our color, and then we'll just go ahead and stir, and it makes this really pretty blue. So it's just blue water. I figured we would go with the color blue because the ocean's blue, I don't know, I sound really corny, huh? But we have everything we need, our citric acid and our baking soda, which you can also call it as sodium bicarbonate. So these are the 2 things that we are going to be using to create some type of effect. What do we think is going to happen to the water with these 2 powders mixing together and then going into the water? Is what we're trying to figure out. And if you want, on the back of your form here, if you want to write what you wonder will happen to the blue water, go ahead and write that on your paper right now. Okay, take your time. And then if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call, or if you know something a little more that can help with the future experiments we will create for you all in the next video, please send your ideas. I am an idea fanatic. I love trying new things. So go ahead and write what you wonder, then put your pencils down, and then we're gonna go ahead and get this lab started. All right, so first thing what we're going to do is you're going to mix both powders together, okay? And so what I'm gonna do is mix our citric acid into our baking soda. Okay, and then I'm gonna use the same stick and we're gonna stir. I have cleaned it, so sorry, I had it upside down, oopsie. I have cleaned it, so I'm gonna use this stick and I'm also gonna mix it all in there. Mix the two powders together. All right, perfect. And then, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to remove our empty beaker and bring these two together. And so now we're going to see what's going to happen to the blue water, the blue tap water, when we mix the baking soda and the citric acid that we've mixed together. We're going to see what happens, okay? All right, and I'll try to pour as slow as possible. Whoa, okay, nice. That's amazing. So, the citric acid and the baking soda, what did it make? What do you observe when you see this? What do you observe? I'm not gonna give you the answer just yet. What do you see? So I see that the water has made carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is what the baking soda and the citric acid made. It made carbon dioxide. So pretty much we've got soda water, or colored soda water. Take this time to observe the soda water and write or draw in on this empty beaker your observation of what you see right now. After the bubbles have fizzed down, there's still some bubbles going on in the water, which I would consider this carbonation. This tap water, blue tap water, is now carbonated. Take this time to think about the reaction of this experiment. What action made a reaction to this blue tap water is what we're trying to figure out. Self-discussion.
Does a chemical reaction happen when you mix citric acid and sodium bicarbonate in water? Yes or no? Optional. Write your thoughts on the back of your worksheet if interested.